Smile ba? Is, mag-smile na yan.
Every day, we move through spaces filled with expectations. Sometimes they are never spoken, but somehow they are always there. In the things that people talk about, in the moments people celebrate, and in the futures people assume we all want. So we smile, we blend in, we pretend to understand feelings we may never truly feel. Not because we're lost, but because being different can feel isolating.
Watching trains go by. All of my life.
Every day, we move through spaces filled with expectations. Sometimes they are never spoken, but somehow they are always there. In the things that people talk about, in the moments people celebrate, and in the futures people assume we all want. So we smile, we blend in, we pretend to understand feelings we may never truly feel. Not because we're lost, but because being different can feel isolating.
Oh, anak, andyan ka na pala. Sumabay ka na sa amin ng papa mo. Kumain na tayo sabay-sabay.
Ika dito, baba mo na yung bag.
Oh, anak, kamusta ka naman lately? Parang busy ka lagi sa school, ah.
I'm fine naman, busy lang po sa school.
Goods lang yan ha, pero dapat hindi lang school ha. Kamusta naman yung social life mo, pati mga relationships mo?
Relationships po?
Oo, like kunyari, yung mga friends mo. O kaya baka mamaya may special someone ka na. Ikaw na bata ka talaga, sinasabi ko sa'yo.
Wala po.
Wala talaga? Kahit ano, crush, ganon, alam mo na.
Wala po talaga.
Pero okay ka naman ba, anak? Like yung pakikipag-connect mo or pakikipaghalubilo mo sa ibang tao? Di ka naman ba nahihirapan?
Okay naman po ako. I have friends, pero hindi lang po talaga ako nakaramdam ng attraction sa iba.
Ano yung ibig mong sabihin?
I don't know that. Sige po, may gagawin ko po. May klase ko po ako. Hello, Bes.
Hello, Bes. Ano nangyari?
Kinausap kasi ako ng parents ko kanina. Tinatanong kung may nagugustuhan ba ako. Hindi ko malaman yung isasagot ko.
Alam mo, Bes, valid naman talaga kasi yan. Hindi mo kailangan madaliin. Tsaka alam kong mahirap talaga yan. Yung sitwasyon mo ngayon.
Oo nga, pero the thing is, hindi ko malaman kung anong sasabihin ko. If valid ba to? Tama ba yung nararamdaman ko?
Most of us grew up following a social script that says a successful life must include a romantic partner. That is called amatonormativity. It is the idea that romantic status is the ultimate measure of your own worth. But what happens now to the people that don't fit in that script? Aromantic and asexual individuals often face a systematic weight of invisibility. In a world obsessed with romance, they are often told that they are stunned or isolated. So every day they are living a gender crisis that causes real identity confusion. Our team, or in this video, we want to erase that thoughts into people's minds and change that idea. So our advocacy, Who Gets to Belong, is turning people into what we call a psychosocial moratorium. It is a safe space where people don't have to rush into labels or experience. Through these videos, through podcasting or role-playing, we are helping people find their vocal fidelity. It is the strength to be true to their own reality, even if it doesn't involve romantic attractions. We're calling for a reciprocity revolution. We want a social contract where respect is the currency, ensuring that every individual, regardless of who they love or don't love, enjoys high-quality social relations. Because your life doesn't need to be romance to be a masterpiece. It just needs to be yours.
So when we talk about amatonormativity, we're not just talking about an idea. We're talking about real people whose experience are often overlooked. Now, this issue mainly affects individuals who identify on the aromantic and asexual spectrums, especially in spaces like universities, classrooms, friend groups, or even at home, where romantic relationships are often treated as something everyone should want. We're talking something expected or something normal, but not everyone experiences attraction, intimacy, or connection in the same way. And for those who are still questioning their identity, this expectation can cause pressure. Pressure to fit in into romantic or sexual standards that may not naturally reflect who they are. And over time, that pressure can make people feel like belonging is something they have to earn, instead of something they naturally deserve, and this doesn't only affect aro or ace individuals. It actually affects entire communities, because when one identity is misunderstood, ignored, or excluded, the spaces we live and learn in become less inclusive and less honest about what human development actually looks like. Research supports this reality. A study by Leck et al. 2024 found that asexual individuals reported poorer mental health outcomes and higher levels of internalized stigma compared to allosexual individuals. Now, this tells us something important. The struggle is not rooted in the identity itself. It's rooted in how society responds to it. And in another large-scale study by Pitcher et al. 2023, around 4.5% of LGBTQIA+ adolescents identified as asexual, with many reporting greater social and emotional adjustment challenges compared to their peers, even within marginalized communities. And some identities still remain invisible, so our advocacy calls for something bigger than awareness. We call on schools, institutions, and student communities to create spaces where aromantic and asexual identities are not questioned, but recognized, not dismissed, but validated. Now, this can begin through open discussions, inclusive academic conversation, student-led organization, and everyday acts of respect. Because belonging should never depend on whether your story looks like everyone else. It should begin with being accepted for who you already are.
To understand why this experience can feel so deeply personal, kailangan natin intindihin na kung paano ito nangyayari psychologically. Imagine ninyo na a student walking through campus every day, tapos naririnig nila yung conversations about crush, relationships, dating, anniversaries, plus future weddings. And at first, these may seem like ordinary conversations. But when the same messages is repeated over and over again through friends, through social media, through films, through the people around them, a quiet question begins to form. Why don't I feel the same way? Why does everyone else seems to understand something that I don't? And minsan, yung pinakamahirap na part is the absence of attraction. And it's the feelings of being left behind by a world that assumes everyone wants the same story. This is where psychology helps us understand what many individuals on the aromantic and asexual spectrum experience. So according to Erik Erikson, young adulthood is marked by a psychosocial stage called intimacy versus isolation. So yung stage na to, hindi lang siya simply about romance. About to sa paglo-learn ng pag-form ng genuine connections, how to trust others, how to be vulnerable, and how to build meaningful relationships while staying true kung sino ka man. But in today's society, intimacy is often reduced into one expectations. Romantic love, pagkakaroon ng jowa, pag-date, and physical attraction, or yung finding ng the one mo. And when intimacy is defined only through romance, those who do not experience romantic or sexual attraction can begin to feel invisible in their own generation. The student may begin to ask themselves, am I immature? Am I broken? Do I need to force myself to feel something just so I can fit in? And over time, this pressure can become dangerous, not physically but psychologically. Instead of freely exploring who they are, they may begin to hiding parts of themselves, pretending, adjusting their identity, putting a mask to themselves, or just avoiding questions, judgment, or exclusions. And this can lead to what psychologists call identity diffusion, a state where person begins to lose clarity in their sense of self, where identity becomes shaped by outside expectations instead of inner truth. And this becomes even more important in universities, because universities are supposed to be space of discovery, places where students explore their beliefs, their identities, their values, and the kind of future they want to build. But when even these spaces unconsciously reinforce the idea that romantic relationships are normal path, students may stop exploring who they truly are and start becoming who they think society will accept them. But growth was never meant to come from conformity. True development begins the moment people are given the freedom to exist authentically.
I honestly don't feel like I'm falling behind right now kasi we have a lot going on in our life, and I don't think just because you're in college or you're in school is parang meaning nun is you should be dating someone right now. And as someone who has a lot going on in their life, hindi siya totally sumasabi sa isip ko na I should date someone right now or I have to date someone right now. Like, siguro if it comes, that will come. Pero for now, I really haven't, like, I don't feel like I'm being left behind, like, with everyone dating and all. Parang hindi naman siya nakaka-FOMO. Kasi, you just have to live your life, lalo na ngayon college kasi, like, this is where you get to explore, and I feel like, medyo hindrance din magka-shorta ng college kasi you just want to explore.
I feel like I'm in the middle. Feel ko I'm being left behind by having no partner, no romantic interest at all. And I feel like I'm at my own pace at finding my romantic partner. Kasi di mo naman siya pwede ipilit. Pero at the same time kasi kung nakasaroon ka sa mga people na lahat sila may partner, you just really couldn't help na maisip na maybe there is something wrong kung bakit wala kang partner at this moment, pero at the same time, you have to take your own pace. Kailangan mo muna kilalanin yung sarili mo. You have to be better on your own. So, yun, feeling ko, mas nag-aan yung feeling na I'm not really falling behind, pero there are days na may isip ko na, maybe I am falling behind in this, generation. Halos lahat may romantic partners.
No, I actually never felt like there's something wrong with me for that. Because I actually prefer spending time with my friends or focusing on my hobbies because that's what makes me happy. I don't feel the need to look for a boyfriend or girlfriend just to fit in or just because others are doing it. For me, relationships are draining and overwhelming, especially when you're not ready for it yet. And I don't want to force something that I know I'm not prepared for. And right now, I prefer being on my own and enjoying my friends' company, and that already feels enough for me.
I don't necessarily think it's something bad or na it's wrong to put that energy into your friends or sa hobbies. Kasi for me, from kung ano yung na-observe ko with my friends and also past relationships, usually nagkakaroon kasi ng conflict with, kunyari, let's say, what I want, kunyari, kung ano nga gusto ko gawin, my hobbies, and kung ano yung gusto ng partner. So, like, nagka-clash kasi I want this, I want that, and they don't. So I think it's better to know what you actually want muna before getting into a relationship. So in that way, before pa ma-establish yung relationship mo with someone, you already know what you want and masasabi mo na sa person na, ay okay, this is what I believe in, this is what I want. So in that case, hindi na masyadong magkakaroon ng conflict or matutuloy, let's say, yung relationship na yun just because hindi nag-a-align yung perspectives.
Yes, I do believe na a perfect school for me would be one where the community is very accepting of me regardless of my relationship status, because I do believe that a perfect school should have a conducive environment for learning regardless of whatever it is I have going on in my life.
We spend so much of our lives waiting for a partner, waiting for a plus one, waiting for romantic milestones that society dictates like it is the only thing that truly counts. But what if we all stopped waiting? What if we decided that a successful life isn't something you share with someone or with a partner, but something you build within yourself? Our advocacy is a call to reclaim your own timeline. We're moving past the social script and the pressure to conform. We're replacing the old milestones with something more honest. Milestones. A milestone is every time you choose yourself. It's the peace you find in your own company. It's the deep platonic love you share with your friends, or the unwavering bond you have with your family. It's hitting a personal goal, no matter how small it is, and realizing that you're already complete.